Hello! And welcome here to Blaugrana Colors. And welcome back to the channel, guys. We've got some really important updates for you today. A mix of good news and, well, some frustrating news. On one hand, the club is making some big moves to secure the future of a key player who has been absolutely crucial for Hansi Flick. We're going to talk all about that. But on the other hand, the saga surrounding our return to the Spotify Camp Nou continues, and we now have an official confirmation for our next home game. It's all on the way, guys. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start with the positive news, which revolves around the future of Eric Garcia. According to widespread reports, our sporting director Deco held a crucial meeting on Monday with Eric's agent, the legendary Ivan de la Peña. And the main topic on the table? A brand new contract. Now let's be honest, what a turnaround for Eric Garcia at this club. A year ago, many people were questioning his future. But under Hansi Flick, he has become an essential part of this team. His current deal runs out next summer, and the club is rightly making his renewal a top priority. He's been a regular starter, putting in solid performances whether he's at center back or filling in at right back. And that's the key thing here, his versatility. Being able to play in multiple positions is such a massive asset for the squad. The reports say that both the club and the player have a clear desire to continue together. Eric feels valued and motivated under Flick, and that's exactly what we want to hear. These talks are expected to continue over the next few weeks, with the goal of reaching an agreement soon. And for me, guys, this is fantastic news. In the modern game, having intelligent, versatile defenders like Eric is priceless. He's stepped up massively this season and absolutely deserves this show of faith from the club. Interestingly, the reports also mention that De La Peña represents the teenage prodigy Pedro Fernandez, or Dro, and his contract was also discussed. So, it looks like Deco is hard at work securing both the present and the future of our defense. But okay, moving on from the positive developments on the player front, we have to talk about the stadium situation. As many of us expected, the club has now officially confirmed that our next La Liga home game against Getafe will be played at the Estadio Johan Cruyff. The club released a statement saying they are continuing to work intensively to obtain the necessary administrative permits for the reopening of the Spotify Camp Nou. They also thanked the fans for their understanding and support during this complex process. And look, of course we understand. We all know this is a massive project. But there's no denying how frustrating this is. That means another home game in front of a massively reduced crowd of around 6,000 fans, which is just not the fortress we're used to. The hope now is that we can finally return to the Camp Nou for the game against Real Sociedad on September 28th. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Even if we get back for that La Liga game, it's looking very unlikely that we'll host our first big Champions League night against PSG there. Reports are strongly suggesting that match will have to be played at Montjuic to accommodate a larger crowd. So, just think about that. In the space of a few weeks, we could be playing home games at 3 different stadiums: the Estadio Johan Cruyff, the Spotify Camp Nou, and Montjuic. How are the players supposed to build any sort of consistency or feel a true home advantage with all this uncertainty? It's a logistical headache and far from ideal for a team that needs stability. So the wait continues, and we're all desperately hoping we can be back at a packed and roaring Camp Nou very, very soon. So, a lot to unpack there, guys. What are your thoughts on all of this? First, are you happy to see the club pushing to renew Eric Garcia's contract? How vital has he been for you so far this season? And second, how are you feeling about this ongoing stadium saga? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. I always love reading your opinions. Thank you for all of your support, guys. Stay tuned for our full match preview for the Getafe game coming up later this week. I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.